EGM Network.
From Studio A in sunny Florida, welcome to Beauty and the Beach Radio, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. Today's show is brought to you by Dale Sorensen Real Estate. And here's your host and glamour girl, makeup artist, Cindy Getz.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. I hope you're having a great March. Cindy, I have a question for you.
Okay. All right.
So, we are going to be talking about incredible women. March is actually Women's History Month. So we're going to be highlighting 13 women's lives that have really contributed something super special to our history.
Wow.
So there's actually, we're going to mention a couple that have had, one woman had a spacecraft named after her. One woman has a bridge named after her. If you could have one thing named after you, Cindy, I'm totally springing this on you. What would it be? And I got to tell you, I'm stumped by that question because I thought about it and I'm not sure I have an answer for myself on that.
Yeah.
What would you want kind of as a namesake for you?
Kind of as a namesake for me. I mean, I think the bridges and that are cool. I love the ships.
What about a library? Because you love to read.
Oh, yeah, that could be good. Yeah, a library. Okay, good idea. I'll go with that. I like the ships, too, with the champagne and all that kind of thing. Can you see the Cindy Schwartz battleship?
Oh, gosh, I can, actually.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
that's what I need. Aircraft carrier. Yeah.
Well, it's funny. We kind of think the same thing because I did think of something like an airplane because I'm always trying to promote positivity and going high, going further, just keep going up, 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 up. So I don't know.
That sounds good.
As long as
like the spirit of Cindy Getz instead of the spirit of St. Louis.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what? That's a good idea. I can't say it, but there's a major airline out there with it's kind of a direction thing, if you will. They do different things like that. Maybe I'll mention that to them.
Get our names on the airplane.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Yeah. Because they have I don't want to, disrespect the American flag, but they have the American flags on it and stuff like that. And they wrap the plane.
I love it.
Yeah. So we could do that. The Cindy Getz Boeing 737 or whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God. Now we're talking my language.
We got this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, Cindy, every year March is designated Women's History Month to honor women's contributions to American history. So Women's History Month began actually not that long ago, Cindy, 1978.
Oh, that was a good year. Yeah. Well, we did a lot of stuff in the 70s.
78.
Yeah.
So, and it was, it started as a 1-week celebration, and that was in Santa Rosa, California.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
California.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. The leader.
I mean, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to start it.
Someone's got to start it.
Yeah,
Thank you, California.
Yeah.
So the following year, the movement spread across the country as other communities initiated their own Women's History Week celebrations. God bless Jimmy Carter, one of our former presidents. He issued the first presidential proclamation declaring the week of March 8th as National Women's History Week.
Okay, that needs to. Well, I think it goes along with Gloria Steinem and that whole time frame. Did she start in 71, 72, something like that? So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Roe v. Wade, all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Roe v. Wade was 74, something like that? Yeah.
So
makes sense.
So women can make, we're going to pat ourselves on the back today, but we can make ordinary extraordinary. And today we spotlight 13 women and their achievements. There's so many more. And you guys, this is the Cindy list. It's so hard to narrow it down, but these are kind of ones that popped out in my mind when I asked myself who stands out in history to me. So please, this is not a designated list that's out there in any type of this is Cindy's list. So I'm highlighting people that have really struck an interest to me, that have made a difference to our history. And I did some homework, so there's a few that weren't on the radar that I learned about. And Cindy, it'll be interesting to see if they ring a bell to you. So these stories range from history makers you're familiar with all the way to lesser known names that definitely you should know about. Women have set records in nearly every area of life, from athletes, royalty, politicians, and scientists. So we're going to try to cover it all in the show. So I'm going to talk really fast. The first one, and I'm dying to see her movie. I think, Cindy, you did, but it's RBG.
Yes, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
So I really want to see it. I admire her so much.
Yep.
We're talking about Joan Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She was an American lawyer who served as an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States from 1993 until her death in 2020.
Yeah.
She was the first female tenured professor at Columbia Law School and the second woman to serve as a justice of the U.S. Supreme Court. Justice Ginsburg was known for her path-breaking opinions on major issues like women's rights, voting rights, and health care.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
What was your takeaway when you saw the movie of RBG?
Well, it was just incredible of a person that just didn't take no for an answer.
Love that.
Just did not take no for an answer. And why doesn't she have a seat at the table, so to speak?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully we're changing that.
Yeah. I mean, I think we are. I mean, a lot of things are becoming more equal.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank goodness.
So thank you, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, for paving that way. The second notable in our history, women's history, is Eleanor Roosevelt.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
She's like the iconic starting point of a lot of it, with the suffragettes and all of that. Absolutely.
So, maybe some of the newer generation don't know her history as well. She, of course, was an American political figure, a diplomat, and activist. She was the longest serving First Lady of the U.S. during her husband Franklin Roosevelt's 4 terms as president from 1933 to 1945. Yeah. Through her travels, public engagement, and advocacy, she largely redefined the role. Widowed in 45, she served as a U.S. delegate to the United Nations General Assembly from 45 to 1952, and took a leading role in designing the text and gaining international support for the Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. She was part of the Teddy Roosevelt section of the Roosevelts, where the husband was the other section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in 1948, she was given a standing ovation by the Assembly upon their adoption of the Declaration. President Harry Truman later called her the First Lady of the World.
Wow, that's incredible.
Isn't that? Give her some applause. Give her some love.
Yeah.
Yep. And that was in tribute to her human rights achievements.
So yeah.
Thank you, Eleanor Roosevelt. Yeah. And she has one of my favorite quotes, Cindy, and that is, and maybe this sounds familiar, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent.
Right. Yeah.
That is one of my favorite quotes of all time. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent.
That's amazing.
Write that down. Think about that. It's pretty powerful. So Eleanor Roosevelt, thank you so much for what you've done for us. Okay, the next one that's changed history, a woman that has changed history, is Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, and both of them.
Yeah,
both of them.
So I'm talking about 2, but yes, you're right. So Queen Elizabeth II, Elizabeth Alexandra Mary, was Queen of the United Kingdom from 52 to when she died in just recently, 2022. She reigned over 32 states during her lifetime and was the monarch of 15 countries at her death, linking, talk about power, linking more than 2 billion people worldwide. That's some power.
It is. And you know what the iconic saying is? The sun never sets on the British kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the British Commonwealth. Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
Her reign of 70 years and 214 days is the longest of any British monarch.
That's insane.
The second longest of any sovereign state, and the longest of any queen in history. When her father died in 52, Elizabeth, then 25, became queen.
Yeah.
Can you imagine at 25? I know some parents whose kids still don't have driver's license at 25 and they're still living at home.
Right now,
there's no judgment, but this woman was a queen running the show. So she represented stability and tradition and was a key figure in the country's transition to a post-World War World War I era. So Queen Elizabeth married Philip in 1942, a former prince of Greece and Denmark.
Right.
Their marriage lasted 73 years until he died in 2021. They had 4 children. So I don't know. I think I should also have her on this list because that is notable when you've been married for 73 years.
Yeah, I mean,
not too many people can say, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, that's some moxie, if you will.
Yes,
for both of them.
For both of them. Yes.
He put up with a lot too.
He did.
He put up with a lot. He did.
Yeah, I totally agree. But wow, kudos,
good for her.
To Queen Elizabeth. Okay. The next one is one of my favorites, and I think it's going to be synonymous to one of your favorites, Mother Teresa.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. So
absolutely.
Mother Teresa, she was born 1910, died 1997. She is one of the most well-known recent saints in the Roman Catholic Church. She is best known for her work with the poor in Calcutta and for founding the Missionaries of Charity.
Right.
Saint Teresa of Calcutta became well-known worldwide and even won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1979. Her legacy is one of service to the poor, which inspired many people to help others in need. She was just grassroots.
Totally grassroots. And another one that was literally in the slums trying to get a way out of it.
Yeah.
You know, and taking care of the, like you read in the Bible or whatever, the lepers, the this, the that, the cast-offs of society, the people that didn't matter.
The outcast, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Good word. Yep.
Yeah. Love, love, love. We could still learn so much from Mother Teresa. So thank you, Mother Teresa, for all that you did for us and for the ones that people
tons of humility,
don't give love to.
Right?
Yeah.
Tons of humility and respect for the human race.
Yeah. The next one, we're going to change gears a little bit. It is from one of my favorite movies, and I'm fascinated by this movie. It's called Hidden Figure. Do you know that? Do you know that movie?
I didn't see it, but I know the premise of it.
Okay. So no longer a hidden figure, Katherine Johnson's famous mathematical computations, which launched astronaut John Glenn into orbit in 1962 and later sent Apollo 2 to the moon, were finally highlighted in this 2016 movie that I love, love, love. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Hidden Figures.
Yes.
So in 2015, Johnson received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Barack Obama. In 2021, after her death at the age of 101, Northrop Grumman named a spacecraft after her. Right?
Yes.
Here we go. Yep. And her following memoir, which is My Remarkable Journey, was released that year as well. So how about that? A spacecraft with your name. We're right up there with Catherine, Cindy.
Well, I don't...
We haven't sent anybody to the moon yet.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're trying to be. Let's just put it that way. Yeah.
But she was absolutely pivotal in our history and helping these guys. I literally, if you have not seen the movie, you got to see. I mean, she is writing, these mathematical equations on the chalkboard in order to make sure they're landing specifically where they need to be on that moon. The amount of physics in that is incredible.
Right.
And she had this amazing knack for numbers and smart as a whip. So Katherine Johnson, thank you for changing history for us and getting us on the moon safely.
And getting us on some kind of spaceship, man.
Yes. All right. The next one is kind of more of a modern history maker, and she currently is still alive, and that is Melinda Gates.
Yes.
So So she, if it sounds familiar, she is former wife of Microsoft founder Bill Gates. Melinda Gates is an American philanthropist who is known for her work helping those in need and fighting for women's empowerment and equality. In addition to maintaining her position as co-chair of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Gates founded Pivotal Ventures in 2015, which works towards efforts like paid leave for all, increased access to mental health care, and raising the number of women in politics. Gates was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by Barack Obama in 2016.
Wow, that's crazy.
So I feel like she's such a good example for our generation now to be giving. Certainly, she has a ton of money to play with, but just being that modern, philanthropist. Boy, that was hard to say.
Yeah. Her and one of my favorite ones too is Mackenzie Bezos. Same thing.
Sure.
Gave away $19 billion. She's given to date $19 billion. I mean, how do you even write those numbers down? But you're giving it away.
But you don't have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to give it away. You could buy a boat with your name on it.
Well, a spaceship with your name on it. But I mean, look at all the people. I literally was reading something about her the other day, and it was 2,400. I think I got the right number. 2,460 charities she's given money to, and I'm not talking about $50. I'm talking about 20 million.
Wow.
2 million, 7 million, 15 million, 700,000. I mean, all across the board, Native American, whatever.
That is amazing. That is amazing. Wow. I hope I get through this list, Cindy. I'm going to just try to blaze through. Number 7 on the notables for women is Margaret Thatcher.
Yes. Yes. She was they called her the Iron Lady.
The Iron Lady.
Yeah.
Well, she ruled, it was a velvet. Oh my gosh, an iron fist and a velvet glove.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
So becoming the first female prime minister of the United Kingdom in 1979, Margaret Thatcher bravely led Britain through some of its toughest years.
Yeah.
Although a divisive leader, her work with President Reagan during the Cold War is still remembered decades later, as well as her move to privatize many state-owned companies and her refusal to negotiate with trade unions. Thatcher's legacy may be a mixed bag, but in her time as prime minister, she had an undoubted influence on modern British politics and contributed to London's powerful role as a worldwide financial capital today.
Yeah.
She definitely left her print.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
And you know that name when you hear it.
And she passed away in 2013, not too long ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So, okay, the next one. Now, this may be someone that actually it wasn't familiar to me, but you may know, Cindy. Katharine Graham.
I know the name. Katharine Graham is she dancing?
Nope. Publishing.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Is she?
Which is a tough business. So, she was as chairman of the Washington Post Company. Yep.
She was with Bernstein. Watergate. That's who her big thing was.
Okay, yeah. So she was one of the first female publishers of the U.S. newspaper and the first woman CEO of a Fortune 500 company.
Yeah.
Graham led the Washington Post from 63 to 91, seeing it through its groundbreaking publication of the Pentagon Papers.
Right.
And the Watergate scandal.
Yeah. Bernstein and what was the other ones? I can't remember. It doesn't matter.
I don't think I have it. So Graham herself won a Pulitzer Prize in 98 for her autobiography.
Yeah.
So tough business to be in as a woman, but she did great. The next one, oh my gosh, let's see. I thought this was fascinating. I did not know her name. I'm going to talk real fast so we can get through it. Nellie Bly.
Yes.
Yes.
I know the name.
So real fast, you guys, if you don't know her name, she went uncover as an investigative journalist in 1880s, guys. Talk about grit. Bly eventually moved to New York City, and by pretending mental illness, got herself committed to a notorious asylum on Blackwell's Island. Her reporting on the unfair treatments patients endured led to the New York City municipal government shelling out of more money to improve conditions for the mentally ill. Bly achieved another great feat. In 89, she traveled around the world in 72 days, setting a world record for orbiting the globe. She has a movie, 10 Days in the Madhouse, and it's based on her life. Have you seen that? Okay.
No, I haven't.
All right. We need to see that. 10 Days in a Madhouse. It is a madhouse around here. We got to go to station break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Blue Dolphin Pools strives to provide quality service with a well-trained staff in the field and in the office. They want you to know that your pool or spa investment means much more to them than just another account. They believe you have entrusted them with your investment, and they'll do their best to see that it stays in top condition. Blue Dolphin Pool has been in business over 35 years, setting them apart from the competition. Residential or commercial, Blue Dolphin will keep you in the swim. 567-5853.
I'm John King, certified arborist with King Tree Management. Every cut on your tree is permanent. King Tree Management cuts your cost by making the right cuts the first time. Contact me at King Tree Management. We treat your trees like royalty.
Sturgis Lumber is the county's most trusted hardware store. Sturgis stocks stainless steel products, power tools, construction and painting supplies, propane, plumbing, and electrical parts. 4645 US 1 Vero Beach. Sturgis Lumber and Hardware.
Create your island paradise at Sunshine Furniture during our winter sale event. Save 50% on all Tommy Bahama and Lexington, including the newest collection, Key Biscayne. Living room, dining room, occasional chairs, office, and media furniture with sophisticated design and a mix of coastal and Caribbean style. All Tommy Bahama and Lexington offer everything you need for your Florida living. We have the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture from Four Seasons, Capri, Universal, Riverside, Hooker, Seawinds, Barca Lounger, Best, and lots more. At Sunshine Furniture, we're the outdoor furniture experts specializing in patio sets that withstand the Florida elements, and we have a gallery of Berlin Garden and Pollywood. Come in now for the best prices of the year. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in Vero Beach. Don't miss the 50% off winter sale on Tommy Bahama and Lexington going on now. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com and visit our outlet store directly across the street.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. I'm Cindy Getz, your host. We want to thank Dale Sorensen Real Estate for making sure we're on air to give you these great shows like the women that are really making a difference in our history for March Women History Month. So Dale Sorensen Real Estate, thank you so much. Whether you're buying or selling, you definitely want to reach out to them. You can find them at 772-231-4712. You can also find them at SorensenRealEstate.com. We also want to thank Varietals and More. They always make sure that our guests have lovely beverages. So Varietals, thank you so much. You can find them at Royal Palm Point. And if you mention Beauty and the Beach Radio, you do get a 10% discount. You guys, we're going to wrap it up. Wow, I almost got through my list. There is, I'm going to mention Raven Wilkinson. She was a groundbreaking Black ballerina.
Okay.
So that was number 12. And our final one, we mentioned earlier how a woman by the name of Katherine Johnson had a spacecraft named after her. Well, we have someone notable right here. And I wanted to finish the show with a local person.
Yeah,
you know who I'm talking about. And it is...
Yeah, Alma Lee Lloyd.
Alma Lee Lloyd.
Wow.
Yes. So Alma Lee, she's formerly of Vero Beach, was a role model dedicated to women's achievements and success and paved the way for women to succeed in male-dominated roles. She was appointed in 1964 by Governor Ferris Bryant as a charter member of the Florida Commission on the Status of Women.
Okay, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
She was one of Florida's first female sports column writers. Did you know that?
That I did know. She helped me a lot with that kind of stuff.
Did she?
Yeah, in the newspaper and stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
First woman elected to the Indian River County Commission and as their chairman. So many more accolades. As you guys know, our 17th Street Causeway Bridge was renamed to Alma Lee Lloyd Bridge. And I know I knew her. Cindy, you knew her.
Yes, and we did. Everybody did.
Everybody loved her. She was such a staple in our community. And every time she she'd see me, she goes, "Hello, darling." "Hello, darling." But what a great person. She started out with a clothing store for uniforms for children in schools, and just had her finger in every pie here and every political thing. And wow, she paved the way for us here in Vero Beach, Florida.
She did. Yeah, she did.
Emily Lloyd.
Love her.
We love you, and we love you guys. Have a great day.